Okay, so here is a explanation on the Cascara pattern. So Cascara, we know that word. It's coming from more in the timbali world, right? More timbales are used more in salsa music. It was used in danzón, and then later it appears in more kind of what we call salsa. So it appears in other you know, other genres, descargas and things like that. But without getting too much into the timbali history, we'll just use the term cascara because if you kind of get into the other branches, you get into timbales and kind of go into that, you'll hear that word come up, and it's a good time to kind of just fuse those. That term to what this rhythm is. So the reason it's called cascara is because cascara means shell, and you're hitting this rhythm on the shell of the timbali, right? So when there are a few occasions that you'll hear this rhythm come up on the kata, that's either going to be played in wawanko or in yambu. So and that's why I want to make this kind of a separate deal. So this is the cascara pattern, and so let me play it for you, right? So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that's the cascara pattern. As you can see, the sticking is kind of tricky. One way to think about the sticking is you're going to do 2 rights, 3 lefts, then 3 rights, 2 lefts. For some people, that'll make it easier to remember. For some people, it'll get more confusing. But what I'm doing is, if you want to think of the right hand notes, and I'm doing this as right-handed, you of course flip it if you're left-handed. So if you're thinking right hand notes are 8th notes and the left hand notes are the 16th notes, or to make it simpler, right hand is downbeats, left hand is upbeats. All right, so then you're going to go down, down, up, 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 down, down, up, up. Right, so then you're going to do two rights, 3 lefts, 3 rights, 2 lefts. So you're going down, down, up, 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 down, 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 up, up, right? So that's one way of thinking about it. And then, of course, to kind of give you an example of what could occur is you might have the cascara pattern with the matancero clave, the bam, 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 bam. You could have it with just the regular rumba clave, bam, 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 bam. And that can happen in the matancero or the wawanko or rumba wawanko or yambu from Matanzas. But when it happens in Havana, as far as I can tell, right, because I haven't heard every single recording that's ever been done. And of course, what also happens is that sometimes you'll hear groups from Havana that are influenced by the groups from Matanzas. So then you might hear them do more Matanzas like stuff. So all of this stuff gets very murky. It's just good to know the rhythms and then kind of know the context based on what you're playing at that actual moment, right? Because you could be in Havana and somebody's asking you to play a Matanza style and vice versa. So what could happen is let's say a yambu from Havana could have a regular son clave with cascara, which basically is what the combination would be for salsa rhythm. But let me give you an example. So with The son clave would be 3-2. It would be pop, 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 so that's what it would be if it was a yambu, a Havana style yambu. Now, mostly what you're going to hear is just the rumba clave with the cascara, right? So then that one clave note is going to land with one of the kata notes. So it's going to be pa, 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 pa. So that's kind of the explanation, but this rhythm's cascara. It might be easier to, when you're kind of talking about the rhythm, it might be easier to just say, oh, that's cascara, but you will see it turn up in other places. So it's, to me, it makes sense to just call it cascara, but you would play it on the kata part. So hopefully this explanation clears up any confusion.